Today we again have another upload entitled Teacher's Gems. Lahat tayo ay may kanya-kanyang gustong magkaroon ng mga mamahaling bato, mga alahas, mga mahalagang mga birthstones, mga jewelries. Okay? At lahat ng ito ay nagkakaroon tayo dahil yun ay pinaghirapan natin, binili, pinag-ipunan, binigyan ng panahon para ito ay matipon yung halagang kailangan natin na may mga katapat na halaga. Pero sa pagkakataong ito, ang aking ibabahagi sa inyo ay ang mga diamonds, mga precious stones ng teacher. Sabi ko nga madali na kung gusto mong yumaman, huwag kang maging teacher. Kung gusto mong magkaroon ng mga material na mga bagay sa mundong ito, ay mas maganda kung mag-iiba ka ng kurso. Halimbawa, ang kurso mo ay sa negosyo. Pero sa pagtuturo, meron ding isang uri ng mahahalagang stones o gems, GEMS, na mayroon ang teacher. Halimbawa, yung isang special child na iyong pinagsikapang turuan ng functional literacy, functional skills, na nung una ay hindi marunong mag-toothbrush, hindi marunong mag-butones ng kanyang blouse o ng kanyang polo, hindi marunong magtali ng sintas ng kanyang sapatos. Pero ngayon, pagkatapos mo siyang bigyan ng pagkakataon na magkaroon ng mga encounters sa iyo at sa iyong pagtuturo sa kanya, pagtsatsaga, paulit-ulit na pagtuturo, drill type ng technique of teaching, hindi mo na siya babantayan kapag siya ay magbibihis dahil kaya na niyang gawin yun ng mag-isa. Hindi na niya iaasa pa sa nanay niya, sa yaya niya, o kung kanino man na siya ay bihisan, siya ay linisan ng katawan, siya ay ihanda sa pagpasok sa paaralan. Isa yan sa itinuturing na isang uri ng mamahaling bato na maaring maangkin ng isang guro. Guro lamang ang maaring magkaroon nun. Bakit? Kasi sa kanyang pagtuturo, ang pagtuturo kasi parang ikaw ay isang miner. Miner, yung po naghahanap ng mga ginto, mga diamonds, mga important and expensive stones, okay? Na paghihirapan mo talagang hanapin. Halimbawa, kagaya po ng mga mining companies natin sa Baguio. Napakaraming mining companies sa Baguio. Okay? Yung mga kumukuha ng mga ginto sa mga balon diyan sa bandang Compostela Valley. Okay? Napakahirap na trabaho yun. Very dangerous. Pero pag nakakuha naman sila nung hinahanap nilang ginto o hinahanap nilang mga minerals, ay ang tuwa sa puso nila ay hindi mo na masusukat dahil sa iyon ay nangangahulugan na may mapagkukunan sila ng kanilang ikakabuhay. Pero sa pagtuturo, ibang klaseng pagmimina ang ginagawa ng guro. Halimbawa, ang isang estudyante mo na average learner, okay? Average, regular student, wala siyang disability. Okay. No, nang simula ay kimi. Nang simula ng klase ay mahiyain. Nang simula ng klase ay medyo yung agreement ng subject and verb sa kanyang mga pagsasalita ng wikang Ingles ay hindi magtugma. Pero at the end of the semester or at the end of the school year, naririnig mo na siya na makipagpalitan ng mga ideya, palitan ng mga kuro-kuro in straight English. That is linguistics, Jem. For me as a language teacher. Isa pa na aking may tuturing na mamahaling bato sa pagtuturo mo lamang makikita ay kung iyong mag-aaral na dati ay slow learner, slow reader, okay, ay natutong magbasa with comprehension. Kaya niyang sagutin ang mga tanong dahil ng tama, dahil naunawaan niya ang tanong. Yung reading comprehension kasi ay napakahalaga. It goes across curriculum. It goes across discipline. Kasi reading, you need reading in everything that you do. You go to your math subject, you read. You go to your music class, you read. You go to your arts class, you read again. So reading is very essential in the learning and teaching process. If your student who was then classified as a regular student or a slow learner, slow reader, can now read with comprehension and explain further and give correct answers to your question, that's another gem. Okay? Ang isa pang gem na may tuturuin na isang guro ay sa pagsusulat. Kung yung estudyante mo ay hindi makasulat ng isang paragraph na essay dahil sa hinahanap niya paano magsulat. So naturuan mo siyang gumawa ng let's say deductive method of writing a paragraph. You start with the topic sentence, you go down to major support sentences and then the minor support sentences, thereby coming up with a complete paragraph explaining his ideas. Okay? Explaining his ideas in correct English, grammatically correct, and though it may be simply stated or structured, you cannot deny that the student was able to express his thoughts. And that is one gem. Another gem is when you teach research. Research is one of the more different kind of processing, academic processing. Because you start with a question, you start with a problem, and you try to find answers to your problem. Problems that are not answerable with yes or no, or even if it is answerable with yes or no, that you have to justify your answers. You try to read, you try to find references, and here you are. You started the student to understand what research is. You find out that later, at the end of the semester, she or he was able to present maybe just call it as baby thesis, but it is complete. See, he was able to provide a question, a problem, existing problem. He was able to come up with assumptions. He was able to come up with hypotheses. He was able to come up with related literature and studies, research paradigms. He was able to come up with theoretical framework and conceptual framework. He was able to present a presentation of gathered data and seeing the statement of the problem. He was able to come up with recommendations. And he was able to really present. it may not be as complicated as a professional research paper, dissertation, or thesis, but he was able to come up with at least a template of what research is, and that is another gem. Okay. Another thing that could be classified as gems or precious stones in teaching is when your student comes to you and tells you, "Mom, thank you so much." Like now, this graduation in our school. The other day, 2 of my students called. The other 2 texted me. Okay, so 4 of them. Just to tell me, "Mom, thank you. I will graduate summa cum laude, Mom." Take note, summa cum laude. That's the highest academic Latin honor that a graduate could achieve. Another 2 texted, personally sent message to me just to tell me, "Mom, magna cum laude po kami, Mom." And the teacher is the happiest soul on earth. Why? He may not be the only teacher that these students had encountered, but he was one of those who labored to provide learnings, knowledge, skills, wisdom, values to these students. They may not graduate with honors, but together with whatever you had imparted to them, you will notice that there's already a change in the person, in that individual. Why? Because they have learned. Learning is an intellectual precious stone. Another form of precious stone in teaching is when somebody comes to you, you may not recognize him anymore because it was long time ago that you were together in the classroom, when he was still a kid, when he was still a teenager, when he was still in his short pants or whatever. Telling you, "Ma'am, engineer na po ako. Okay? Ma'am, doctor na po ako. Ma'am, teacher na po ako. Ma'am, accountant na po ako. Ma'am, may business po ako. I'm handling the business of our family." Okay. And the joy of the teacher cannot be surpassed. Why? Deep within her, she knows that she was part of the processing period that made this individual be successful in life. And success can be a diverse form. There's so many examples of being successful. A student he's got some communication difficulty. When you first handled him, now he can speak straight English. He can speak straight without stuttering. And with confidence, he can talk with you. Oh my God, that is a gem. That is a precious stone. Okay. So teaching is like mining. We try to find the best material, the best stone, the best precious deposit of God to our natural resources. And we are part of the natural resources of this life. We are part, as human beings, we are part of it. See? And our students are our gems, especially when they are able to come up with more than what you expected. And what more can you ask for? You may not be financially well off, but deep within you, you are happy, you are at peace, you are very grateful to the profession where you are in now, because you see people wearing toga, accepting their diplomas, accepting their medals, receiving citation, delivering their valedictory address, and flashbacks comes into your mind that once upon a time, that young man facing the audience right now was once in your classroom, groping in the dark, but because you were there, you guided him, and now he is an accomplished individual. So, in this upload, I had this upload because graduation is soon. See? In our school, it will be August 12. And I was saying, as I was saying a while ago, I have a summa cum laude, I have magna cum laude, three of them, honor students, children of not so rich people, average income people who strived, who work hard. One is without a father anymore, whose father was once my student in the ministry, and she will graduate with honors. Oh my God. The feeling of contentment, the feeling of achievement is within the heart of the teacher, because she will be witnessing the shining glory of a rough stone before, at the start of the year, that she was able to start teaching them. And now they are glimmering, they are shining precious stones, receiving their honors, receiving their diploma together with their parents, receiving their medals, their citations, and most of all, providing a heart that is grateful to the Maker, to God, because everything are all intended for the glory of God. And that is how precious the gem that we have found out as people in the academy, people in school, wherever your school is, you will always find gems. But you have to work, you have to teach, you have to labor with love, with affection, with compassion, with commitment, never saying no to someone who is weak and is willing to stop. You are there to guide him, to go forward, move on towards success, move on towards glorious paths of receiving what was intended, what is intended for them to achieve. How many of successful people can turn their back and look back to the area where the faculty members are seated in a graduation venue and smile at their teachers, because these people, these human beings, these caring people were instruments to what they are now, to what they had achieved, to what they had acquired, because for these teachers, for these faculty members, whatever the discipline is, he may be a doctor of medicine, teaching medicine. He may be an engineer, teaching engineering students. He may be an accountant, teaching accountancy to his accountancy students, so on and so forth. but he was able to be a teacher to these young men and ladies who are in Toga right now, receiving what they have worked for, what their teachers had tried to help them achieve. Because, as I was saying a while ago, teaching is like mining to find precious stones, precious gems. For every candidate for graduation that goes to the stage to receive their diploma is one precious gem that teachers had found in the process of their teaching, in the process of their performance of their academic duties. And it is a very profound evidence that is only present in teachers. Whatever the discipline that they are teaching, it does not matter. What matters most is that what they did was a form of concerted effort to bring positive change to this raw material, to this mind stone, from nothingness to somebody else right now. Imagine, I was one of the teachers of someone who ended to be a magna cum laude graduate, a summa cum laude graduate, a doctor of medicine graduate, a minister in the church. Oh my God. My gems are plenty because God had made me to be a miner in the teaching field. So that's all, and I hope you appreciated what I have relayed to you, and thank you for your continuous viewing, subscribing, and trying to note down the notification bell so that this upload will be continuous. Good day. May you always be safe and healthy. Bye-bye.